Alrighty, guys, welcome back. As predicted, Canada has just defeated the United States in women's Olympic hockey to win the gold medal as we thought that they would. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to briefly play parts of this video I put out to Patreon February 15th, explaining why it was in the bag for Canada to get the win over the United States, which they just did. We're going to play this clip, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the perfect script they had for Canada's 3-2 victory over the United States, how this ties into Justin Trudeau and the Freedom Convoy that began with the Canadian trucker protests of January 28th, 2022. So I'm going to play about 4 or 5 minutes of this, and then I'm going to show you the joke of it, and we'll wrap up the video. So congratulations to the people on the Patreon, because in this video I mentioned a little bit about the men's tournament. We still got our team alive. I got a separate video on that, as well as I talk about the Coupe de France tournament, which is the knockout soccer cup in France. So I'm going to play a little bit of this, and then I'm going to show you the joke behind this. So congrats to everybody that got the win. Here we go.
I got to talk about the women's Olympic gold medal game between the U.S. and Canada. Before the Olympics started, we said this would probably be the gold medal match. And the one thing I overlooked was the fact that the United States is 2-3 against Canada all time in gold medal games. Now, Canada doesn't have really any value. They have some. They'd have value if they covered, but they don't have great value. But they look like the team that's going to get this done. And the reason why is because the U.S. fall into 2 and 4 in gold medal games. That seems virtually inevitable. 24 is Canada's number. I always talk about 24 in Canada constantly, like a broken record. And that's why I'm like 99% sure that 2024 we're seeing that's when we're going to see 2 Canadian teams in the Stanley Cup. You guys know one of the teams that I think is going to be there. We got to do some work on who the other's going to be, but it's kind of like when you were in school. You remember that everybody would have to take those math tests, and you'd have those questions like, "What's the next logical number in the sequence?" Think about it. The 1924 Stanley Cup Finals was the Calgary Tigers and the Montreal Canadiens. The 1989 Stanley Cup Final was the Calgary Flames and the Montreal Canadiens. 89 is the 24th prime number. 1989 was the last year 2 Canadian teams were in the Stanley Cup. So what's the next logical number? So Justin Trudeau, for the Canadians watching this, how you guys haven't murdered him yet, I have no idea. But this is synced up with Justin Trudeau because Justin Trudeau is born in Ottawa. The Prime Minister resides at 24 Sussex Drive in Ottawa for another 24 with Canada. And the gold medal game is on the 48th day of the year. Justin Trudeau got the 48. Now, it's 54 days after his birthday. Gold medal game and Jesuit order have the 54. Justin Trudeau's Jesuit educated, just like his dad. His daddy died in a Jesuit ritual back at the turn of the century. But the thing is, you could also say it's a total span of 55 days. Ottawa, Ontario's got that 55. It's also got the 172, right? And that's the date of this game, 17/2. And there's so much going on right now between the trucker protests and everything that's going on. And quite frankly, I mean, I'm trying to keep this video about sports, but like Justin Trudeau is literally coming out and saying that he's going to like freeze people's bank accounts, to where they can't use currency. They can't like transfer funds. They can't spend money due to the protesters. That he's literally thinking about doing that, and people say that coronavirus is not about freedom. It's not about freedom, but we'll freeze your bank account where you can't do jack shit unless you comply with our rules. But yeah, I mean, and in light of all of that, that's why I think them getting the gold medal makes a lot of sense, and that's something to think about too, like on the men's tournament, because remember.
Okay. We'll leave it there. That's the key points. I go on to talk a little bit about the men's tournament. We pretty sure we know who's winning that. So anyway, moving on to this game, Canada, they get the dub. I love how they got to show number 47 up there and 42, two big Jesuit numbers. If you don't know what we're talking about in this video, we're talking about the language of gematria. It comes from Kabbalah. It's ancient occult knowledge brought back to the Catholic Church by the Crusade after the Crusades by the Knights Templar. That's why the Jesuits have the Templar cross in their logo. But no, I love how they got to put the tiger on there, right? Because it's the year of the water tiger and the Chinese zodiac. Notice the word tiger is 32. The game ends 3-2 Canada. Now, in light of the trucker protests, notice how they began January 28th. That's a suspicious date in its own right. But on January 28th, a group of truckers traveled to Ottawa, Canada's capital, in protest of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's vaccine mandate for truckers traveling into the country from the United States. So that was January 28th, right? From the date that began to the date of the gold medal game was exactly 20 days, right? The word gold in the most pure cipher sums to 20. Truckers crossing the border from the U.S. and Canada. And then lo and behold, the protests happen in Canada. Canada wins the gold medal over the United States. And don't forget, in light of Joe Biden has the November 20th birthday. You can look this up if you don't believe me. From his birthday to the date of this gold medal game was exactly 89 days. And again, 89 is the 24th prime number. I could literally write a book talking about Canada and 24 rituals. So we'll leave it there, guys. Once again, another rigged sports championship by the numbers. Congrats to everybody who won. I'll talk to you guys soon. Till next time.